Okay, and we're playing against a Syndra. This one is for the locals again. Just sharing some Arakni gameplay, making you familiar with some of the concepts. So please top 4 hour at the end, so you can come to nationals. If you're going first, you want to throw these daggers. Fatigue is an angle with Arakni actually. So ideally we play, I think, 2 daggers in the public bounty. Marked here this turn gets okay. So let's start with this. Very nice. So we get the first block. Of course, it's just a banana, yellow 2 blocks or whatever. And then I think this is fine. Like the way we play this is either attack with the dagger first and then use the public bounty only for marking. But even if the dagger hits now, we are actually fine with this. Because we can destroy it, we don't want to pitch into our daggers too often. We do want that free space for our Chalicera anyways. Oh, there's another layer of the spider. Okay, so we get marked. That's not terrible for them, but we get 3 cards out of them. Okay, now right off the bat they are marked. We get to flip. High roll, please. Oh, that's quite good. Okay, very nasty. This is a +3 for now. So ideally, I mean, we do have quite a lot of the layers of the spider, but I do want to use them to remark in our next, or in their next turn rather. So ideally I arsenal this guy, and then in our turn I go for something like Scuttle. Then how do we remark? Do we need to remark? I don't think we need to remark. We can go for Scuttle and then give +3 and up to another +3 with this guy. Alternatively, just afterwards we give this guy +3. I think this is a good line. You'll see. You'll see. I think this card could also just go into blocks, because we do not actually need to attack them for 3 points of value another time. We can also just use this guy to attack once and buff twice. And that might actually be the correct play, because I think the longer the game goes, the more favored we are. So I'd rather, if I get the chance, get a very good 3 block out of this. But okay, their hand actually sucked, so it's cool that we convert our hand, that we are able to convert our hand too. Yeah. I talked about this in the Fang video already. You do want to get all the value out of your cards. Oh, very nice. So just blocking a dagger for 1 is a big no-no. I'd rather keep this for the offensive value. Yeah, so what is going to happen is that they will lose the mark, and then... Do I use Arakni Black Widow first, though? Don't think I do, no. Keep them guessing. We pump it to 9, and we take a card from the hand. Oh, okay, my bad. That should be whatever, yeah, but we were supposed to do this on the first thing, so it actually gives +3 and not +2. Sure. Okay. Now we're back here. We get to remark. Play sort of a bad hand. There's no on hit on this guy, so we just use it for our layer. Still, we threaten the arsenal if they keep one. And if they don't, we might just attack with the dagger here. So how do we do the blocking ideally? I guess we played a 3-card hand anyway, so this is just fine. Maybe get a block value here. We still against Syndra don't just want to block vanilla damage with all of your equipment, because they can have some on-hits, especially if they have like the dagger pump at some point. Alright, so we cash in the 3 block, especially if they have the dagger pump, but it's also not completely wrong to make sure you actually get the 2 value out of this. The game is going kinda quick, so I'd rather make sure I can block the attack action now and the weapon action later. Okay, and now this is actually coming in for 2 because the hero is marked. We react with a 3, so it's a 2-card 5, which isn't great, but our hand also was kind of ass. And we get to remark them. Flip into red back, that's not great, but this is what we got. I guess actually I made a misplay here, and I shouldn't have marked. I should just use this to mark and keep the original form, which is quite strong. Because now we are kind of stuck on an awkward hand. Okay, yeah, for now we keep blocking. How many more of those do we have? I actually have 2 more. So I think I'm fine just for the sake of staying more flexible. Clearing my arsenal here, because that will also, okay, would have given us the out to potentially play this guy. Since we don't get to do that, what is the play? Okay, so this makes a Shelly Sierra, which gets go again. Can go for a 2-card. Actually, we can go for a 2-card 5. This goes on to actions with stealth. Interesting. Honestly, I might just, don't know, I can pump this to 7. So they will need to block. If they block 4, this doesn't kill. Okay, I think what I'm going to do is take this damage for now. Then I'll make sure I get the dagger. And then we still get to attack for a total of 5. Get to arsenal the attack react, and attack reacts in this format when people are getting low are the most important thing. Also, we are threatening lethal here technically, because we can have the dagger attack reacts. This time when I attack with this I will actually not... No, actually this time I will just mark them, because of course it's quite likely we draw the marking D-react. But in case we don't, we just will turn back anyway, so having them marked either way is very important. This could have gotten scary. Unfortunately, Razor's Edge only goes onto attack actions and not daggers. Oh yeah, but actually... oh my god. I might just not be quite awake yet. Redback will let us react to the dagger as well. So technically this is just the correct play. We are threatening 7 damage here. They can instantly react if we do with the frog equipments, because this is a reaction, so they can draw this onto the chain. So if we pump this to 7 now and they put 2 on here, they will not die, so I'll just not use this then. Okay, very nice. So they are marked, which means this will come in for 4, and then we threaten 3 more, go up to 7, so once again they will have to block awkwardly. And right now we can feel free to block 9 and have some equipment too. Okay, so they're hardcasting this, which means first of all 3 go again. And then they get to attack at least with the 1 dagger for totally 3, and it will come in for 2 points of value. Yeah, for now I'm blocking. Yeah, it doesn't matter, I think. I'll just block this face up. I'll block the 2 points like that. Okay, this is where it actually does matter that we blocked with the blue. I'm only making mistakes, okay. But we're fine. Because if they just arsenal here, we would need to actually have the blue now to make something out of our daggers and not the react. Okay, for 4. Do we care about the on-hit much? Don't actually think we do, so rather keep this around for later. I mean, going to 2 can be scary though, with all the pings, like throw yourself at them. So I guess just make sure I keep my life total high. Okay, and now Syndra in a very awkward spot. No dagger. Facing an Arakni with possibly 2 attack reactions. Right now we'll pump it to 7. They can put these on the chain. Block 5 so they won't die, but they only have a 3-card hand, maybe a 2-card hand. And if we're looking into deck totals, we're leading there too. Just something that often happens with Arakni. Okay, they blocked it out completely, so we swap into Orb Weaver. And it's not the worst. We have the Chelicera anyways. I think, yeah, ideally you do want to just lose the mark as the opponent, because Arakni does get quite a lot of advantages out of the opponent being marked. Okay, our instant says that the next attack with stealth this turn would get +3, so we can definitely use that to threaten some shenanigans with this guy. But we also definitely want to use the Chelicera, which comes in for 3. also want to use that for marking somewhat. No, we don't need to, we have the layer for that. Okay, then let's start by blocking this guy. Stay more flexible. Okay, very nice. There's maybe one dagger more coming. That's it for this turn. The dagger will just let through. And then what we can do is discard the Mark of the Final Web to this ability. So we front pump and attack with stealth. Yeah, we'll probably front pump this guy. This is for free. And we can attack this, pitching this guy. Right, and then if we destroy this, we can use the ability to discard this and get the token. Alternatively, we actually attack with one of these guys right afterwards. And then use the Orb Weaver and the boots. That's because this is an ability, we can give the attack go again with this. And they can just not respect our potential attack reacts at all then. I think that makes more sense. We get more attack value out of our hand this way. Right. So we start with this guy. They are kind of forced to overblock here. If we start with this, they... Yeah, or they are greedy, but if we had an attack react now, they're just taking the damage. Since there are no D-reacts allowed to this. But yeah, we use this ability now. Our next stealth will get +3. We can, because we used an ability, the boots will give this go again. And then this is coming in for 6. Obviously the on-hit isn't important right now, but the damage is still quite high. They need to block another card. And we're just in the driver's seat. And then we're very close to their pitch as well, where they are only a deck with blue cards, so they're not threatening much then anyways. Yeah, now we kind of got them where we wanted them. I mean, we can't play this anyway, so we might as well attack with the dagger first. And this is where attack reacts are just so unfair. No way for Syndra to get out of this one. Yeah, we mark them. Means more damage on this guy. And that's win number 1. Okay, and we're playing another Syndra. And this time we get to go second, and the equipment is similar. Yeah, not quite as good, I'd say. Okay, we don't block the first guy for several reasons. If there's big stuff coming afterwards, we might leak even more damage. The second guy we do block. What don't we need? What don't we need? I mean, they will definitely have an arsenal. And we don't quite need the on-hit marks since we do have all the D-reacts. So I'd rather block with this guy and keep the yellow one so we can dagger 2. Okay, nice. Now they close the chain and just use Syndra again. Very good. They play Poison Blade. We should keep this in mind and probably keep some of our armor around to block the on-hits of the daggers later on. Nice. So ideally right here, we mark them first. Then get to react on this guy. shooting down their arsenal. Of course, they do block the dagger. Another question for me becomes, do I even pitch into the other dagger or keep this in arsenal? And it's quite likely they just block the other dagger too. And use the equipment, and we don't have an arsenal even. On the other hand, this isn't the greatest arsenal either. It's also not terrible. So I think for now I just go for the vanilla damage, the 6 vanilla damage. This way we get to keep this in arsenal, and later on when they are actually marked we have an extra react, which we wouldn't otherwise have if we pitched into this dagger. Now they are also kind of concerned about instant marking, which can occur via all these instant discarders mark the opposing hero abilities, which we don't actually have, but they don't know that. Okay, yeah, we're just pushing some damage here. Very nice. And then we're hoping for some good disruption. Or nothing, okay. This is a blocking turn then. Right, so now the daggers have this on hit of dealing 1 extra damage, which we don't want to let them get. So we use our equipment to be most efficient here, because now the equipment actually blocks 2 damage, right? On hit there would be another one. And yeah, we don't want to use these unless we get a 3 block usually. Okay, yeah, that's fair. You can do that. He uses, or actually loses his blade break 1 to get 2 points of damage across, which is fine. Very inefficient hand for him again. He didn't have the draconic chain links. Okay, nice. Get to keep a big hand here. Fortunately, we did block with the disruption piece, but okay. I think I want to keep this guy to potentially use for just the damage in at the end of our chain. So what I do here is crack this guy for the extra damage on this. Since if the opposing hero is marked, stealth attacks get +1. And then also because he's marked, they are marked, we get to play this for free. Unmark them again, and now... Actually, I wouldn't mind them staying unmarked. So pitch this. Reason for that being, if we mark them here, we swap out of Arakni Web of Deceit. And while this can be very good, for example, if we roll into the trapdoor, the basic effect is also very strong. And I rather make sure I'll have a strong effect than gamble on a potentially strong or potentially bad effect, like the redback thingy, for example. Especially in a spot where we're just very much chilling. So now our hand will probably just be block this guy, come in for a 1 card 4. Just doing some very chill numbers here. What I find interesting is that Syndra's playing a very deck value based game plan here, where she's pitching a lot into her daggers and kind of saying we just don't really have the damage to punish that. For now this is only working out mediocrely for her. Since we did already punish her quite a bit in terms of life. But we need to keep in mind that we might need to play around deck value too. I'm not blocking this guy, we need this to remark in their next turn. Okay, very good. Just a very chill 0 card 4. And once again, I wouldn't mind if he lets this hit and gets unmarked, so I can stay in Arakni Web of Deceit. Okay, very good. Takes 4. And we Arsenal. Next hand, again, more of a blocking hand. Don't really want these 3 guys. We just want to throw this for 4. Can potentially, if we don't get to block efficiently, keep one of these guys around. Okay, take the target. There's always the risk of them having fealty pay off, but they already have the fealty, so whatever. I'm not going to block the 2 damage with a 3 block card. Okay, right, they do have the fealty payoff and quite a good one. That's okay. Oh, we don't get... interesting. Yeah, we don't get the marking off, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, honestly, that was just... Was it? Wait, did I miss something? Yeah, okay. No, fair. There was actually no reason to block the yellow here. That was, of course, meant to be the Lair of the Spider block. I'm telling you. Okay, so we just do, oops, the 0 for 3, which is worse than the 0 for 4, but okay, sometimes you're sleepy, I guess. Right, and now we do draw quite a nice hand. What do we want to flip into with the Mark of the Prey? Guess ideally Mark of the Funnel Web is our best on it. Mark of the Prey isn't terrible either, in case they maybe use their arsenal here. So the play will be use Lair of the Spider this time. Play Mark of the Black Widow. And then take up the Mantle for a 2-cut 6 on it. Destroy the arsenal. 2-cut 7 actually. Because of the +1 since they're marked. And the other Lair of the Spider I want to keep in arsenal to remark them in their next turn. Okay, now. This time we don't sleep, this time we do mark. That's fair. 4 damage. No arsenal anymore, unfortunately. In this case, we'll just push 7 vanilla damage. Or maybe not even swap out of this. If they don't block enough. If we swapped into something like Mark of the Prey, all we get is 2 more damage and we mark them. While here we get 2 less damage but make them banish a card from their hand, and I think that's even better. What are the chances though they have a D-react? I think if they... Because if we swap into backstab, we could just like let them get stranded on the D-react. It's not impossible that I have one. Okay, but if they... Okay. Since they block 5 anyways, this wouldn't hit. So we'd rather swap into... Do we swap in? I think at this point we don't really have many more red stealths that could benefit from staying in the web of deceit, so I'd rather actually go for this guy now and remark. So we do get the agent flips now. Because the agent flips do allow us to get more value out of our rather weak cards, the yellows and blues, which we don't really draw now, okay. That is an unfortunate draw sequence for sure. This buffs all stealths, which we don't have any right now. And this guy, if it has stealth, it gets... Okay, so we can buff a Shelisira token with this. Yeah, at this point I'll use the Lair of the Spider, even though we not get a second mark out of it. And then basically what I want to do is use this guy to get the thingy. Use this guy because we can't really use our hand otherwise. And now we take with this for 7, I believe. And the neat thing is, this react actually goes onto all stealth attacks. So we can discard this to give this +3 and the on it. And therefore we're still doing a, well, at least 4 card 10, which isn't great, but we should realistically get the on it here too. Make it into a 4 card 13 sort of. Or alternatively, if he blocks perfectly, which is the equipment now, and another 3 block, he's at least only got 1 card left. And we are in a spot then where we get to keep most of our hand and have a good dagger setup. Very tricky, I think. Definitely need to practice him a lot more myself. Okay, so they are blocking 10. In this case, we just get to keep this without punishment, right? Yeah, very nice. We'll just keep him marked. And draw this a beauty of a hand. Okay. So we definitely want to attack with this guy for 4 and then have 2 attack reacts. What do we do with this guy though? Well, surely attack with this and this. If he gives us a card on this guy, he loses 2 value himself, which we might lose if he's not marked anymore. So yeah, sounds good. And we already get the buff here too. Yeah, so very strong. Very strong dagger setup, very strong hand. Interesting deck and playstyle. I do think this loses to a lot of Fangs and Syndras. But it's interesting to Arakni. So yeah, if he blocks 3 now, we don't get to mark him, which loses us 1 value here and 1 there. But I think this is fine, since he also loses these exact 2 values on the block. Oh, actually, if he only has a 2 block, he loses only 1. Fine with this still. Could make the point to just not attack with this then, right? If it's the same. Oh no. Right, we want to attack with this either way, and then yeah, we lose the mark, so this is just how it is. And I guess we just win. Yes sir, okay, and another one. And in the finals we're actually playing against Arakni. Worse setup than ours for equipment. Let's see what we're doing here. Ideally I do crack a dagger instantly, so we can play this out. Get the extra damage on this going. Very nice. They also have a lair of the spider. Man, there's so many layers of the spider going around this draft. I guess we keep this then, yeah. I'm actually not too sure how the mirrors with Arakni go. In this case, my reasoning for attacking in the first turn is just to get cards out of him, and I don't have to expense any. While I can see how this gives him a chance to mark us without him having a turn, so kinda not sure what's the better way to go about this. This gives us stealth attack plus. Kinda don't want to use this without getting the Shelly Sarah token. Since we're already marked, I don't care whether this hits, though he could have a dagger react to this, but then I guess I just do this. Right. Okay. For them it's a 3 card, 7, so that's not great. I don't get to do this, which isn't great for me. How bad do I need to deny the marking? Actually want to throw a dagger here myself. Again, to make use of my whole hand, basically. Okay, we'll see whether this is correct. I'll just let it through completely. Sad, but okay. Now, they don't have any equipment, we have a lot of equipment. Are we allowed to go late? Do I just pitch this? Because right now it only gives me 2 value, if I'd play it. This way, it also gives me 2 value. I think this is just straight up the correct play then. See, because if the opponent isn't marked, I only get +2 on this. If I pitch this, I get 1 value out of this, and if this hits, another value out of this ability. Since this will come in for 4 instead of 3, so it's the exact same, and we keep the card. So we absolutely have the ability to go late here. And then also I can attack with this for 2. I'm of course losing 1 on this guy, but I think this is just fine. Okay, actually happy how this one turned out. And while life totals look kind of grim, they are actually not, since there's 1, 2, 3, at least 4 life on these as well. Probably more like 5 if we block very smart with this. And we are we're in a good spot against the Black Widow on it with the D-React. We also have quite a few other traps in our deck. Well, here they are. Okay, this is coming in for 4. There's 3 from this coming, and then maybe another 3. So 10 is definitely possible. I should use 2 of my layers here. Arsenal the other one. So this leaves us with a 3 block. How can we cover a 3 block? This would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then this is number 10. Do we do with the scuttle then? Guess we pitch the scuttle into this, since they are not marked yet and we really want them to get marked. Okay, sure, let's go for this. Alright, so what we do is draw this in. Let it go to 7. Okay, very nice. Clean cover up. And now we pitch. Actually, this as well, because there's no need for us keeping this around. I rather have this in second cycle. And the deck lead we have right now is pretty insane, right? We've expanded 1, 2, 3 cards of our deck, and they've 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They've expanded 7 cards. There's just a small life lead for them. This is a bit risky to mark them like this, but we do have so much marking potential. And if the game goes long, we also have a good chance to reroll into the other guy and get a second Chili Syrah. Was thinking about just attacking with this guy, but then we would end up at the same damage amount. I guess we would have played around this trap. Ah, interesting. Yeah, and then in general we would have gone 2 into 2, which I guess is more ideal for us. Yeah, okay, so well, this threatens that we play another card afterwards, but I guess next time it's just going 2 into 2 instead of 4. Very interesting. Okay, now ideally we get the mark this turn and then just go for these 2, which is a very strong combo. They have us marked already, so I don't really see why I'd be blocking this. Okay, they destroy it, exactly, so I am still marked. And I have another one. or rather, 1 as well. Very good. Okay, I guess this is where I want to make sure I cash in this guy, although having the reacts for later wouldn't be terrible either. This is their turn. Interesting. Huh, now what do we go for? I mean, I want to go for this, right? Is there a better line? No, I want more deck value. Sort of. I'm actually planning to discard this onto this, but this also means we get 2 value out of this and potentially a 3rd point. I think another line of play would have been to just go this guy first, and then in case he blocks in case he blocks smart, we can discard this to activate the starting point. Then I'll play him with that kind of, but I don't think that's a play. So really like go for this. And discard this to get the breakpoint. Okay, well he has the direct, that's fine. Still deal some damage. And yep, that's about it for this. Very nice, we get to mark them again. Come in for 7. This is more likely than not just a block here. And Exile getting a little closer together. We'll see. We still have to take up the mantle for later. I think even pitched with a layout of the spider, so this can potentially be a big blowout. Yeah, I don't really mind him unmarking me here. And if he wants to mark me, he also loses a dagger, but he doesn't. Right, and now... Okay, interesting. If he actually... No, we don't have an arsenal, so this is whatever. I mean, we don't get to mark him, but I don't mind having this in arsenal for later. Only losing 1 damage here. This doesn't trigger on hit, but it denies him the mark. Is that worth it? Do we want to deny him the mark? I actually think we do. It seems his deck is like a lot more mixed in terms of quality. Seems to have some 2 blocks, so getting the agent flips might be more valuable for them, as they can turn these 2 blocks into 3 value on reaction speed. But I'm not entirely sure if that's actually the correct play. These Arakni mirrors seem to be so 5-headed. It's crazy. And we do have quite a lot more. Well, I do think we have 2 more trips. One layer of the spider we pitched, and then there's the hunted or hunter, I believe it is, where you're pinging the opposing hero for 1 when you play it, and they react it. Right, and I rather keep this to do something more spicy later on. What are the chances he pumps this? I think I just denied the mark here. Yeah, okay. Oh, very nice. He needs to play this for only 2 value now. Yeah, not blocking. And then ideally, if we get to only block with 1 card here, I actually go Public Bounty and this guy, which is a 2 card 5. And marking, and then these 2. I think that's fine. What do I rather block with? Actually this, I think. Have the flexibility for later on. Okay. So we do exactly that, right? Or do we? Yeah, okay, we do need to play it this way, because otherwise this doesn't have go again. And yeah, it's 2 card 5, and then we have another 2 card 6, hopefully remarking. And we want to remark for the same reasons that we did not want them to remark. By now we might just get into our pitch stack with less valuable cards that we rather turn into reaction speed 3s with the agents. Also, we are threatening once again reactions on daggers with this. Shows us not to respect this, or rather, probably has a D-react, right? We'll see. And hopefully we get the mark on hit here. Once again, we're threatening to kill him with attack reacts. Though he has the bunker beard, probably either a D-react anyways, or an action card, so he can react with this guy. I really hope he doesn't have a reaction. Oh, unfortunately, that's the same one we do. That's okay, happens. Now we get to do the hunter to hunter. Oof, okay, interesting. We're not getting marked here, fortunately. This was on reaction, yeah. Not the best hand. The flip would have really been nice. I wonder whether there was a play where we get the mark for sure, but I don't really think so. Okay, that's coming in for 5. If they have a reaction, we just react ourselves. And if they don't, what do we do? Tech for 2 doesn't sound too good. Can I guess mark them? Instant speed, and then do what? So they have 1, 2, 12 cards left. Right now we have 15. If we actually invest 3 cards here, could be okay. I think I'm just gonna do that. I'll let him get stranded on a full 5 card hand. And basically only mark him. And then arsenal this guy and get to flip into him. And now we get to flip this guy into 3 value offensively. And with the backstep, that's very toxic for them. So I guess it could actually be a winning play here already. Backstep these 2. And try to live off of these now. Let's see what he can muster. I mean, if they want to live, well, they have the bunker beard still. But they need to block 6 on this guy. Oh wait, they can't bunker beard into this. They actually need to block 9 on this. So this is just great, because if they block 9, we just keep the reacts around. Okay. A good play, I think. Wow, the Draconic heroes are so much easier. It's crazy, and the games are so much quicker. Yeah, and afterwards our layer is coming up and our thingy, the take up the mantle. So really we just don't need to die here and then we're kinda good. It was really important to deny him all the marking. He does not have a lot of marking tools. Oh, he does have some go again though. Oof, and this is a... With the upsticks he can rebuy his dagger, that's kind of annoying. Okay, we started with the plunge. Probably using this guy, right? Yeah, okay, let's just block like this. That's fair. We ping him for... Hello, we ping him for 1. If they actually can convert the hand, then we will block with this guy. So this is going to be another 5 damage at least, yeah. Okay, but we need to greet this out. If they ever react, I don't think we win this ever. Okay, very nice. Now they need to block 6 or they are dead. And we just arsenal this. Then afterwards they got 3 cards, 7 cards, and we are on 8. They do have the tempo though. Wow, interesting. But they stay marked, which is okay. Wait. Okay, well what they do is they decide I don't have a react either because probably they don't see them in a very good spot otherwise. So unless they have Stitch of Solace, we win. What? Okay, maybe I'm wrong here. What does this say? Defense reactions can't be played to backsteps. And this is activation or what? Interesting. Okay, well, I learned something, I guess. Gonna double check this later, but it's possible. It's possible for sure. Okay, and we might just even still win. I mean, if they have double react, we don't. But let's just hope they don't have double react. We keep this guy to go up to 7, right? Do we have a red plunge? I think I'm not sure. Let's block like this. Okay, if they have double react, we're dead. I'm pretty sure they don't. Right, they don't. So we live. This is coming in for 1, very nice. Okay, 5 cards to 5. And what's the best target? I guess it's just going to be the red backstep again. Actually, no, the mark. It's the mark. It is the mark. Red mark. We remark him. Very nice, very nice. Get to red back. Oh my god, I should have. Oh god, okay. Well, interesting. Wow.